This is Talk with Jeff 360. There is no way I'm not going to do an episode on the New York City Marathon. But before I begin, guys, you need to subscribe to this channel, share the stories, share all the episodes, turn on your notifications. And I got more episodes coming. I got great episodes, great interviews coming up, like I've always said. So, the New York City Marathon just celebrated its 50th anniversary on November 7th with 24,944 runners. Or you might think it's a lot, but in 2019, it was 53,639 runners, 140 countries. I'm telling you, 26.2 miles is something. If you have never ran any marathon before, I would encourage you to think about it. You might think it's impossible, but it's not. I mean, I did it. You might be like, oh, this guy works out a lot and all this stuff, but I'm telling you, it's a completely different and unique experience, but it can be done. So I have the opportunity today to interview two great runners. They're going to tell you their story, how they got into running, what it feels like to run the New York City Marathon, and what kind of preparation they took in order for them to be ready for the New York City Marathon or any other marathons. Right? So stay tuned, enjoy, and leave your comments below. Marie, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. First, I have to say congratulations on your achievement. It's a big achievement. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
But this year itself, how many marathon have you ran?
This year, 3 marathons.
Wow. 3 marathons. That's insane. That's a lot. 26 miles running. That's a lot. So how many marathons you've
26.2.
Well, yeah, 26.2.
Don't forget the point.
Yeah, you have to say the point 2, 26.2. So
yes.
But all together, right? Because I'm seeing mad medals back there. This is like, wow. This is super amazing. So how many marathons have you ran all together?
7 marathons.
7 marathon. Good stuff.
Yes,
good
from
stuff.
2000.
So you are definitely an athlete. You are an athlete. You this is great. I mean, just running 3 marathon this year, that's a lot of respect. I mean, I've ran 2 marathon. I don't even think I can run like 3 marathon in a year. Like, this is awesome.
If I do it, you could do it.
Well, thank you. Okay, so how did you get into long runs? How did you get into running marathon? How did you get there?
I just started at my local park, New York Woodward. I came up with a program, open one, in 2016. So I joined as a volunteer, as a run captain. So I started running at the park 3 miles every Saturday. It's a community-based running program. So I started running, and I enjoyed running the 3 miles. So I just keep going, running constantly, consistently. run races, and I just love it. I just do 5Ks and then go up to 10Ks and a half marathon and then marathon. I
Wow.
just love.
Well, I mean that's I mean I like I said, I know running a marathon it takes a lot. You know, it takes a lot. But you could have gotten into weightlifting, doing yoga, dance classes. Why did you take you decided running would be the way to go? Because looking at these medals back there, it seems like you've been doing this like a lot. So talk to me.
Well, I love running, but I also do yoga, kickboxing, hit classes. I joined the gym for weightlifting, and also I like group training. And I also did cycling. I recently did this year actually. I did the 5 biking tour,
Okay,
the New
okay,
York City
wow.
5 biking tour. That's 40 miles. So
Mm, mm, mm,
all that
mm.
helped me with my running and endurance,
Okay. I
to
mean,
go.
you're a kick-ass lady because you even do kickboxing. So people should be worried. You're not playing. That's awesome.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm not.
That's great. That's great. So you do a lot of different activities. So you're a busy person, and that's great. But why exercise? I mean, you do a lot of these activities. Why you get into all this stuff?
Because I want to feel good about myself. It's good for my health, and I enjoy doing them.
Okay, awesome. So tell me about the training process of running, of getting prepared to run a 26.2 miles.
6.2. Yes.
26.2 miles. Tell me the training process. Do you have an official trainer? How do you go about it?
Well, I don't have a trainer most of the time. I train by myself or I run with my friends who are also runners. And the first thing mostly I do to follow, I follow a training plan, which I just download from the internet. And then I just follow through the plan and um, do a well-balanced meal every day, eat a well-balanced meal, hydrate a lot, sleep good, and just stay and eat healthy and just run and do run a lot of running.
Okay, so now listen to me. I don't know. You're making it sound very easy right now. You're just saying you download an like the information, a training plan online. So are you saying that anybody can run?
Yeah, anybody could run. You once you
Well, wait, hold on a second. Let me rephrase. Are you saying that anybody can run a marathon?
yes, if you put your mind to it and if you do the training right, you could do it. Yes, you could. Anybody. You
Yeah.
don't have to be big professional athletic to do it. You just have to run. If you do it consistently, you will get to it and you will get faster and you'll be able to finish the marathon.
Yeah. I agree because those guys in the front, they're doing it for timing because they're high, competitors. That's why they weigh like 15 pound and they can run really fast. But in the end, everybody else, it's not really about the time. It's about completing this long process, this journey, and I, we know it's difficult, but knowing that once you go through the training and you make it through it, it's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing feeling, right? Every time you run, you have this great
Every
feeling of
time.
accomplishment, right?
Right. It feels so good to know that you accomplished something huge like this. It's a lot of work and it's wonderful.
Okay, okay, but okay, now I'm sure this takes away from time from friends and family, right?
No, well, not really. With my family, my children are all they're grown. So, and my friends, they understand. Some of my friends are also runners. We run together, and my other non-runners friends, they understand and respect what I love to do. So we just make time for each other.
Okay, I heard
Because when,
something. I heard one second. I heard something right here. You said your children are
mhm,
grown,
yes, I have adult
grown kids.
children.
You have adult children. I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna have to ask you. How old are you?
Can you guess how old I am?
Listen, I do not want to embarrass myself. I am not gonna ask you that question. Certainly not.
That's okay. I don't mind telling people my age. I'm happy to say that I'm 52.
You are. You see, I'm glad I didn't say nothing. 52 years old. All right. So, and what? When did you say you start? You started running?
Well, my first marathon, I did it. I was 49
You're. Hmm.
in
Now,
2018, first marathon.
okay, and okay. First of all, there's no. I mean, I can't say what a 52-year-old person looks like, but I hope you guys who are watching this right now, you could see. I mean, just looking at the medals, 52. I'm not saying 52 because I'm kind of close, not that close yet, but 52. She is amazing, and you've just inspired me some more. I gotta make sure I gotta do whatever you're doing, so when I'm 52, I can look just like you.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but that's amazing. So you have friends you run with, and support system wise, how do you guys support each other when you feel like, because I know you have, there's those times you get there like, oh my gosh, I can't do this, why am I putting myself in this situation, this is crazy. What, how do you guys support each other, how does it work?
Big time. We support each other. We come on. We with it. It's like I love the running community. It's we understand each other. We know that we have to do this and we have to get up and do it. So, we meet at a certain spot. We know the time we gotta go meet. We know we have to be dedicated and consistent with it. So we just go out, we support each other and start the training.
Okay, so here's my other question to you though. What's the purpose behind all this? Because because I know I've ran marathon, I've spoken to people, and they feel, some people feel that it makes no sense that you're running, you have to pay to run a marathon, and then you have to suffer 26 miles. You're suffering, you're running a marathon, 26.2 miles. But why do you do that? What's the purpose behind all that?
The feeling is amazing. And then when you're done, you get your medal. This is like a big accomplishment, you know? It's like you look forward to just do it again. It's it's I don't know how to explain it,
I
but
mean,
it's just wonderful.
I think that the medals behind you, it tells it all, because you're going through a hard work, through a hard process. You get, and then people cheering at, people cheering when you're running. You get, and you feel completely different, and you say like, this is the time where I have to prove that I can do something. And I think it really shows that when you start something, you want to finish it. And I think that even how difficult, because running is not only physical, but it's so mental, because you could give up. You can give up, but you don't. And I think the medals behind you, like you said, I mean that's all it is. That's all it is. It's super amazing. But there's one other thing I see. I notice. I see this beautiful Haitian flag. Oh, by the
Yes,
way, before
my
we talk
Haiti
about your
chérie.
flag, yeah, before you talk about, I gotta say
Yes.
how we met. So, I met Marie through another wonderful running team called Lean Strong Fast, and that's how we met. So I started with them, and they kind of showed me the rope. They're very supportive, and that's how we met. And looking at what she's done has been an inspiration to me, and that's why I asked her. I wanted her to be on the show so that people can see for themselves. I mean, the wonderful things people are doing out there. And Marie is one of those people who's doing something great. So let's go back to that Haitian flag. Okay, so you you listen. I'm gonna say something in our community. I think our community is getting better when it comes to fitness. Okay, it's getting better, but you're gonna have to speak in Creole for these people. You're gonna have to let them know what's up, what what they need to do to get in there. Okay, go ahead.
Sa pou fè nou Haitien, nou travay du, ou bezwen soti deyon pou al mache, kouri, ou ka fè sa ou vle fè, but soti deyon pou fè aktivite ou. Pase nou bezwen rete bien, nou bezwen kon nou rete bien propre, and jere seksi nou,
Ah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then
J6,
avanse,
J6.
avanse.
That's right.
Oui,
That's right.
avanse.
Awesome. Marie, I couldn't be more grateful to have you on the show. And I'm sure everybody else who's watching you right now, they're just like happy to see your beautiful face. I love the t shirt. Yes. I'm kind of like upset. I don't have one, but it's okay. I think that we're gonna get ready. I don't know. Are you gonna try to do another marathon next year or something, or the New York City
Of
Marathon again?
course.
Okay, then I
Because
might.
I'm trying to go international.
Oh my goodness. Ooh. Well,
Yes.
you know something? I want to do it next
The
year. Then
sixth.
hopefully we can do that run together. Again, congratulations and thank you for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Christine, welcome to the show. Thank you for being part of the show.
Thanks for having me. Hey, Jeff, what's up?
All right, all right. So, congratulations on your big journey.
What big journey?
Your marathon, 26.2 miles.
Yes, yes. Thanks for mentioning the point too. So many people just forget that little piece,
Yeah,
right?
I think that I've come to realize that you have to say 26.2. It's not just
Yes.
26 miles,
No,
26.2 miles.
no, not at all. The point two really takes you over the edge, and that's when you have like nothing left. So
Yeah, and
it's
you're
not.
like, okay, when am I gonna get there? When am I gonna get there? Oh my gosh. So
Yeah.
running a marathon is a big deal. How did you get into it? Like way from the beginning, your very first run or your very first marathon. How did you get into it?
So I kind of got into running later in life. I don't want to date myself here and really tell you what kind of years I'm working with, but later in life, I've been running for, I want to say maybe uh, about 6 years now, 6 years to be exact. And I was almost mid 40s when I started running. I I overheard. I've always worked out, so I was in the gym and I overheard a couple of old ladies at the front desk just talking about doing this 5K, which is 3.1 miles, right? And they were like, "Oh, so and so, you're gonna do that, girl?" And I was just standing at the desk, I think, checking in, and it was a 5K, it was the JFK 5K walk. So I looked at it and it just sparked something in me. And I'm looking at them, they're elderly ladies, not moving as briskly as I was. And they're talking about doing this. I'd never been intrigued by running before, but when I looked at it, I realized that 6 weeks, it would be in 6 weeks, the race would be in 6 weeks, and it would be exactly on my birthday. So I set a challenge for myself that day. And I said, I'm going to run that. And my goal is to just run and not stop.
Okay.
And I made a plan and I did that. So on my 43rd birthday, so I just told my age, yeah, on my 43rd birthday years ago, I did my first race. And it's just been
And you've been
that's
going
been
up the ladder
ongoing
running.
since then. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's
So
spiraled.
how many marathon have you ran so far?
Not that many, in comparison to a lot of my peers, my running peers, that is. I want to say I've done New York 3 times. I've done Berlin
Oh my goodness.
4,
Wait, say it again.
Chicago
I'm sorry. I didn't, how many times you've done Berlin one time?
just once.
Just
Yes,
once.
yes.
Okay.
New York is the only one that I've done multiple times.
Okay.
So I did New York 3 times, Long Island once. That's 4. Berlin 5, Chicago 6, Ibiza. I went to Ibiza, Spain, and did that 7. And yeah, that's it. 7.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
that's amazing. I'm kind of annoyed. I missed the Berlin Marathon. I was qualified for it, and this whole COVID thing happened, and then
Yeah.
I was supposed to go this year, but we've just moved into a new house, and I'm like, there's too much to do. I just can do it. And also, I also missed the New York City Marathon as well. So we'll
Oh,
see
you
what
were out
happens
there.
next year.
So
Yes, definitely out there cheering my teammate because we have to support each other, and
yes.
I think that's what for me really got me into running more because
Mhm.
of this positivity that you get. Doesn't matter how well or how bad you're running,
Right.
your team is always, or even stranger, anybody, they're just always like pushing you, like you can do it, you can do it. And to me, I've learned so much, not only in running, but in my personal life, how to be positive. When you really want to help somebody, children, whoever, you know, you got to be positive. You got to keep pushing them. So definitely, I was out there cheering because I know what it feels like, when
Yeah.
you have other people doing it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, I see that this is an interesting way how you got into running, marathon. So I know you through LSF, and for me, it was different. So everybody got a different way of getting into this thing. So which is like, everybody got their own story. So now you're running marathon. You're all over the world. You're an international athlete.
Like
Okay,
that.
so do you have a type of training that you go through? Do you have a personal trainer? Like, does it how? Give me some like steps on how you get prepared to run a marathon.
Okay, so I would say personally for me, it's been since I told you that story about how I just got into running,
Yes.
basic running, right? And it just kind of sparked a bug. After that, I trained on my own for the New York City half marathon, which is 13.1 miles. And I have a colleague, well, Linda, she runs with us, right?
Yes.
So Linda and I worked together, and we started looking for a team to join. And I'm giving you the background because for me, it was quite important to formulate an association with a team.
Okay.
And someone told Linda about her neighbor Tival runs with LSF,
Mm-hmm.
right? And he told Linda about LSF, and a friend of mine at work, the founder of WEPA, another running team, told me about LSF, told me about Marlon specifically, who is, the leader of LSF, the founder of Lean Strong Fast, Team Lean Strong Fast. And, we got together and we joined the team. And from the very beginning, it was just such a welcoming experience. Everyone was just welcoming. It gave me the drive to go out and run, even when I didn't want to run, right? Even when it's cold and when it was dark. And I actually joined the team on one of the coldest nights of the year. It was one March night, like 3 people were out there, but they were out there and they were still so welcoming that I was like, oh my God, I have to come back. So joining the team and seeing everyone run different distances and whatnot, that kind of sparked everything in me. I'm just like, okay, I have to run a marathon also. And so with the team, I started training. So to train for a marathon, you really need, and I'm speaking as someone who's running now. I'm not talking about someone who's brand new to running, someone who's been running consistently. you really need about 3 to 4 months to, really train for the marathon. Do I
Okay.
have a personal trainer, you ask? Yes, I do have a personal trainer. And I train with that person off season also. It's just a lifestyle thing for me.
Okay, just a
So
lifestyle.
it's a lifestyle thing for me, just training with someone. So when you're training, when you're strength training, it just supports your joints. It supports your body. It makes you less prone to injuries. Because running, it takes a toll on the body. Just imagine you're pounding, 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 mile after mile, day after day. If you're training for a marathon, when I train for a marathon, I typically do either a 4-day a week running training plan, or if I'm really going for a time goal, then I'll do 5 days, right? And then I'll strength train the other days, and so on. So it's a lot. So yes, there's a lot of preparation involved. You have to, make a plan and gradually build your body up to running 26.2 miles without falling apart on the course, and testing your limits throughout your training. So when you run race day, it's just like, it's, for me, it's just, I try to look at it this way to make it less intimidating, even though I've run several marathons.
Yeah.
I look at it as a long training run, but
Yes.
with a lot of crowd support. And
Crowd
that's the
support.
mentality I go into it with. And so, again, that's just my personal experience. I look at it that way. Most of my harder runs are done during training and not necessarily race day personally. So yeah, I do have a trainer, and I do have to go through months of just training to get to that one day.
Yeah, I think when it comes to competition, usually if you train harder than the time of competition itself, when that day comes, it'll be so much easier, less stress, and because you'll feel more confident when it comes to
Absolutely.
performing. So
Yeah.
yeah. So you talked about fitness, you talked about working out, you were going to the gym and all that stuff. So were you always into that kind of person since you were young, an active person in the gym and all that stuff?
When I was younger, when I came to this country many moons ago, I was a young adult, and one of my earlier jobs was within a health club, but I was, on the business side. But being on the business side and being in the club is almost one and the same. It was just a young crew working there. I look back at that all the time. It was just my best job ever. We worked out at lunch. We worked out after work. We just hung out working out, right? So that was our thing. So I kind of got um, an appeal. It appealed to me. And not so much working out for anything, because it's not like I have this amazing body or anything, or I'm working out to do a strength competition or anything. It's just I like the camaraderie of working out with people, and I specifically like working out with a trainer. It keeps me motivated. I just build it into my budget as a line item because it's important to me. So yeah, so I've been working out for many years, just not running for as many years.
Okay, okay. Uh, because for me, I think that fitness altogether, it's like you hear these things all the time, but I think that people don't take the time to really think about what I'm about to say. It's like one of the best medicine ever. You know, when you take care of your own self, you can prevent. There's some things that you just can't prevent, but with fitness, you can gracefully age. Like you said,
That's the
you were
plan. That's the plan.
now
That's the
now
plan.
now you said a few years ago you were like when you started running you were 40. I would think that you were 43. I would think that you're 43 right now. So I don't even know. I can't even tell. You know what I'm saying? So
So
yes,
proud. Thank
gracefully age,
you.
and I think it's a beautiful thing that when you work out, you take care of your own self, you eat well. You, you don't have to depend on a lot of things like medication, people. I can't emphasize more on fitness itself, and that's why I took the time. Post New York City Marathon, it was a great opportunity to talk to you, and to make people understand this thing is all about. It's not really about just I'm gonna pay, I'm gonna run and suffer, and it's not even only about the medal, but it's also about promoting health and wellness, and at the same time going through the hardship to find myself accomplish something amazing. Because I'm telling you, running 26.2 miles is amazing. For you to do it 7 times is super amazing.
Yeah, thank you. It's amazing in that I've done it, and that the more I do it, and again, I'm not tooting any horn or anything, because that in the running community, you have people who they've done like tons and tons
Yes,
of, so this is like minuscule. But again, the beauty of this is what running has really taught me is that it's such a personal journey,
it's a
you
personal
know,
journey.
a personal journey. So I am not competing with anyone. I'm not competing with a person who has done one marathon or who've done, 30
Yeah,
marathons.
listen, I've
Or,
done 2 marathon. If anybody want to compete with me, good luck.
so,
I've
so
only
yeah,
done
so
two.
I'm not competing
Yeah,
against that, and every time I go out to run, personally, every time I go out to run, I'm looking for enjoyment in the run. I'm looking for something, some sort of peace. It's not always a holistic run. This evening, like I told you, I left work and I came home and I wanted to go for a run. I should have gone for a run, but it's getting darker earlier, and I had, a longer day. So by the time I got home, I would have had 15 minutes. It would not have afforded me the type of run that I wanted, right? I wanted, like an 8 mile run on a path that I can't go when it's dark.
when
So
it's
I
dark.
don't want to run the street for 8 miles around and around my house. I don't want to do that. I
Yeah,
want to run. When I run that path, I can lose myself. There's no traffic except bicycles or something, but I don't have to stop for stoplights. So it gives me a different type of run. And I couldn't get that.
yeah,
So I hit you up and I said, Jeff, can we do this a little bit earlier? Because I'm going to postpone this till tomorrow.
yeah,
So for everyone, when they go into this, I think they go into it seeking something else, getting something else from it. For me, it's instilled a lot of discipline. I'm not very disciplined. Yeah. But it's instilled a lot of discipline, especially when I'm training for a marathon. I don't want to be injured. All my marathons I go into, my main focus is, listen, I'm an older runner, right? I can't afford to break anything. I don't want to break anything. I don't want to, permanently injure anything. I'll come out with a little ache and this and that. And, you chill out Monday and you whatever. And by Tuesday, Wednesday, you're good again to bounce around. That's what I want. So my discipline while I'm training really is focused on preventing injury. Personally, that's my thing. Preventing injury, running with a smile, enjoying the run, and not struggling through the run. I'm not getting paid for this, and
yeah,
I'm not winning.
yeah.
What I'm saying, but it's just allowed me to bring this kind of discipline into so many areas of my
Of your
life.
life, definitely.
And that is the beauty of it. Just being able to take this, just extrapolate this discipline and apply it to different
Two different
areas
things.
of my life.
And
Yeah.
I agree. I agree 100%. Because I don't think I'm a disciplined person either. I think, but one thing is about that consistency. I always try to push, trying to put in the work. I try to put in the work. I try to put in the work daily, 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 and see what happens later. Because once you do something that difficult, that hard, and you say, something, I'm doing this other thing, which is a lot easier. If I apply the same discipline, I can finish it up. So I agree
Absolutely.
with you. I agree. Uh, well, thank you so much for your time.
You're most welcome.
Congratulations. And what? So
Thank
what's the
you.
plan for next year, 2022? What's the plan?
I don't know. I had registered for Chicago also last year. So this was deferred from last year because of
Okay.
COVID.
Yes.
This past marathon, New York City Marathon. So I had deferred Chicago until next year, but I'm not sure. It's as I feel. Again, I'm not training for anything more. Last week I ran the marathon, and I hadn't run a race since I ran the marathon, New York City Marathon 2019. I
Okay.
had not again at all. I didn't do any races when races opened up this season. I was not feeling it. I just wanted to train and do my own thing, right? So now I'm not sure, but I'll continue running and continue training. And, you know, if I feel I'll run it next year, if God blesses me, I'll run it next year.
Awesome.
And
Awesome. All right.
all right.
Well, thank you so much again.
Yes, Steph.
And hopefully we can do a run together next year, maybe the New York City Marathon.
We've been planning that for the longest. You're right around the corner from me, and I can never catch up with you.
We're gonna catch up. We're gonna catch up. All right. So you take care.
Hon.
Thank you.
You.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.